Hello, my name is Steven Citas, and I head the development department at alpha360.biz. This is the second part of the introduction to the Alpha360 hospitality module. As you already know, the Alpha360 hospitality module is actually an extension to our Alpha360 ERP. It is embedded inside the ERP. But starting from version 1.12, you can use the hospitality module independently from the ERP. In this way, you can actually use your own ERP or any other kind of finance application. You can find more information about the Alpha360 ERP and hospitality module at our website at www.alpha360.biz. Starting from December 1, 2017, we have split the products in two series. One is called the Pro series. This is the one that was available until now, and it includes both WinDev and WebDev implementations inside the projects. The new series, is called the Standard series and includes only WinDev implementations. A lot of developers called us and asked only for WinDev implementations because WebDev is rapidly changing and they wanted a standard base to work on and then work towards WebDev implementations in their time. At the same time, we are introducing the new standard ERP and hotel module. This is a WinDev only implementation. It includes the complete ERP functionality and the hotel module or the PMS module. The price for this product is €990, but for a limited time of period there will be a special introductory price for €149. We have also posted demos for the standard ERP and hotel module on our websites. You can find more information and compare the features above all these products at our site at www.alpha360.biz. Now, what we see here is the actual login screen of the demo application. The demo application has only the classic HFSQL database. It works only in the year 2017. If you go to the classic connection, this is the preferred data directory where you extract the data that we include with the Alpha360 demo. Let's go in, log in. Now, I have a small sketch over here, so I can, sometimes I get carried away and lose precious time, and time is precious on a video. The first thing we are going to see, although we saw it in the first video, is the hotel dimensions. This is where we structure the hotel module of the ERP. And we are going to talk about multiple hotels, multi-currency, multi-language, and price lists. All the hotel dimensions of the hospitality modules are under administration, hospitality dimensions, and hotel dimensions. We have done a lot of cleaning in the user interface over here, and the user and the action combo has disappeared. Now, in this implementation, we have two hotels, the Programmer's Hotel and the Suites Hotel. Let's see it. This is the Suite Hotel. It has an ID, the address, the posting. This is very important. And here is the most important part. Do our prices include taxes? we are going to use price lists that include taxes. So the system must reverse in some way, must be able to reverse the prices, so it can post an invoice with a clear amount and after that the taxes. So we tell him what kind of party posting we used to calculate our prices. This is the reservation numbering series. This is the invoice we are going to use, and this is the hotel date of the specific suite hotel. It is the same in our programmer's hotel. So we have two hotels. This is just a structure of the buildings and the building areas. These are the seasons. We saw all these in the first part of the video. I'm going to get back to the price lists. These are the room types that we have across all our hotels. So we may have a double beds and single beds on one hotel, and another one we may have suites. This is the amenities, the channels, the meal plans, the reasons for a traveler, and this is a wizard that you can trigger to add multiple hotel rooms inside your hotel. Let's get back to the price lists. Now, we have one price list, a normal price list. We could have as many price lists as you like. You can have VIP price lists, etc. Now, here is the list of rooms. See how across all the user interface of the hotel model we can select a hotel from over here. These are the rooms for the programmer's hotel, and these are the rooms for the suites hotel. Now, these are the hotel services, meaning what kind of services does our hotel provide? These are, we have two here, the accommodation and the breakfast services. And if we go in and see the accommodation, this is actually linked to a service in our ERP for invoicing and etc. Now here are the actual hotel price rules. Let's take a closer look at the hotel price rules. Let's first select the hotel, the programmer's hotel. And we have a price rule, the first one. It says it's for a room type of double bed. It belongs to our price list. Remember price lists, we saw them before. The normal, it's for 2 guests and for a meal plan of breakfast. Under here, we see that we have added prices for this hotel price rule for this season for every day of the week. And if we would like, we could add week prices or month prices. Now, this one actually has, this price rule has 2 things. Let's see it. It has a breakfast and it has an accommodation. What we want to do, let's say we had 120 euro. When we post this to the ERP, what we actually want to do is 80% of the price will go to accommodation and 20% will go to the breakfast. Why would we like to split or distribute the price rule? Because maybe in some countries breakfast and accommodation have different taxes, like VAT. Usually in Greece, this one, breakfast has 13% and accommodation has 24%, or the other way around. So we can split a hotel price rule to each of its ERP products or services. We will see this work when we go to invoices in a bit in our video. Now this price rule over here does not have any meal plan, so all its distribution 100% is going to accommodation. Now let's take a look at our sketch and see what we are going to do now. We are going to talk about the hotel day. Let's close these tabs over here. Go to the main hospitality area, to the hotel area, and see how the tasks are structured inside our menu. Let's take a look at the room plan over here, and let's do a click on the room plan once again. We see that the hotel module works a little differently than the main ERP. In the main ERP, let me show you. Let's go to the CRM, let's go to the parties and try to click parties again. We see that we cannot open parties, the party tab, 2 times. But we can open the room plan as many times as we like. Why? Because maybe we would like to work on a room plan on the programmer's hotel and the same time on a different hotel on the suites hotel. So it's very handy to have 2 room plans open at the same time. Now, what is the hotel date? This is the hotel date of in our hotel. A hotel date is not the current date, it's not the today date, it's the date that the clerks are working on their plans. If you are not aware, if you don't know a lot of things about how a hotel works, it will be made clear in a minute. Now, just note now that our hotel date is 1st of December 2017. Here is our room plan. And let's take a look at our sketch again. And let's go and do a quick reservation. It will not only be a reservation, it will also be a check-in, and we will also see the day plan. And the quick reservation will be for 2 days. And the customer will be Mr. Euler. We are at the room plan over here. We can select a resource for 2 days. Sorry, for 2 days. Do a new reservation. So it's from the 1st up to the 3rd, it's 2 nights. The booker is Mr. Leonard Euler. The same, I'm not going to change the guest, it's the same. I'm going to give him a price list of normal. I'm going to add him as a VIP. And this is a single bed for 1 number of guests, and these are the available price rules. It means that I can give him this room with a breakfast or without a breakfast. Let's select a breakfast. If I want, I can give him a discount over here. I can hit this button, and what I see is his day plan. The alpha360 hospitality module calculates individual prices for every day. So one day can be 60 euro, the other one may be in another period, so it could be 62 euros, etc. This is called in our language the day plan. This is confirmed. He's going to check in, and I'm going to add the reservation. The travel reason, let's say he is for a vacation. I'm added. Now everything is okay with Mr. Euler. He has a small image over here showing that he is a VIP. Now let's go on to our sketch. And now what we did before actually was that we added a quick reservation, one customer in one room. Let's go on now and do a multiple rooms in a reservation. Since it's the starting period of our hotel, we don't have a lot of customers, so we know how many rooms are available, etc. So we are not going to use any search for rooms or the room type plan right now. We are going to our list, to the reservations. This is the reservation that we just did. We will see more info and the views under here after we do our multiple reservation. We go over here and we add a new reservation. Now, this is Mr. Hawkins. Okay, this is our hotel. These are information if we are using external channel, the reason he is for vacation also, and we are not he's also a VIP. He's going to arrive on the 1st and departure on the 13th, meaning he will stay for 12 days. This is where we are going to do our postings, our folio postings. We will see this later in the video. Now, let's select the rooms. Let's go to add rooms and say that he asks also for a room, but he wants a double bed. The number of guests are 2, and there is only one price rule for the double beds. It's always with a breakfast. Now, this is our room. We add it. This is the area where the rooms are added. If we wanted, we could add another double bed. Let's go and add it again. Now, for this reservation, we have 2 double beds for Mr. Hawkins. We are not assigning the rooms. It is confirmed. And we just added Mr. Hawkins' reservation. Let's close this room plan and let's open it again. Just to see that nothing has changed on our room plan. Why? Because the room plan has information about assigned or occupied rooms. It does not have information for reservations that we have not assigned rooms for. This kind of information is available at our room type plan. This one shows how many of our room types are available. We have 5 total single bed and 5 double beds. On Friday today we have 4 available single beds and 3 available double beds. Why? Because Mr. Hawkins is coming today and he is reserved 2 of our double beds. So a room type plan has information even if we have not assigned any rooms to our reservations. Now let's get back here and say now that we see Mr. Hawkins in our door and we want to assign rooms for him. We select him, we go over here, and this is the assign rooms business process. Let's go. This is the reservation. We go to the assign rooms. Here are the room types that were reserved, and we do a refresh to see which rooms are available. We need 2 double rooms. We select this one, and if we try to select assign the same one, the system will not let us. So we can select this one. Everything looks okay. And we can save the reservation. And now let's see how our room plan has changed. The room plan now has information for Mr. Hawking's reservation, also because we have assigned a room for Mr. Hawking's. We see over here that this room here is clear. We can do a double click here and see the status of the room, or do any house cleaning from over here. We go to the reservation area again, we select the reservation, and we do a check-in. And all the rooms of the reservation have been checked in. Let's refresh the room plan. Now Mr. Hawkins has arrived in our hotel. Although we did the reservation, the assigning, and the check-in in the multiple reservation area in 3 steps, we could have done all this in only 1 step, and that would be add a reservation, assign rooms, etc. And when we add rooms, then we would the assigned room area would be available, so we could do the assigning at our first step. We just did it in 3 steps to show how things actually work in the hospitality module. Now, let's go and take a look at our sketch again. We have actually done step 5, step 6, step 7, and let's take a look at the various lists over here. One thing that I just noted over here is that it shows beta 2. This is actually beta 3 and not beta 2. A small glitch. Now here are the reservations lists. We have selected Mr. Hawking's reservation, and over the overview here we see the rooms. These are the rooms that, just note that although we had 1 reservation, we have multiple reserved rooms for 1 reservation. So we have this one and this one. We can change and see the day plans as they were calculated, and they have a status of waiting. We will see this in a moment. These are the guests. If we want to, we can add for every individual room guests. How we do it? We select the room and we just add a guest. We can use a guest from our ERP, or we can add names etc. here, but they will not be saved in the parties database of the ERP. Here is the reservation folio. Nothing is posted. And we have a full documents area where we can add documents that will follow our reservation all around our ERP and our hospitality module. Now, we are not expecting anybody else right now. It's after midnight and we are going to close the hotel day. So let's go over to the close hotel job. We are going to close the hotel for the programmer's hotel. This is our current date. And before actually closing, we will do a check to see if everything is okay. Let's select check hotel closing, and everything is okay. And these are the amounts that are going to be posted to the different folios of our hotel model. Let's go on and do the close hotel, and everything is okay. What could have gone wrong during check hotel closing? Maybe we had a reservation for today and this reservation has not arrived. Then the system would not let us close the date if we did not change the arrival date of this missing reservation. Now, checking out a reservation and invoicing. But before this, let's go and see what happens to the folio. Every reservation in our system, and not only every reservation, but even every room in our reservation, has its own folio. Folios are just areas where we keep everything for a reservation together, like debits, payments, etc. Let's go to the folios. We can select to show only the open folios because these are the ones that we are working on. And let's go on and see what is going on our first folio. We have the overview area here. This is for Mr. Euler. He has the room 102, and these are his day plans. 60 euros for the 1st of December, and this has been posted to our folio. If we go to the folio area, we have only one folio for Mr. Euler, and here are his debits. During the close of the hotel day, the system has posted an amount of 12 euro for his breakfast and an amount for 48 euro for his accommodation for this day. And these prices include taxes, and they were created during the close hotel period, but they have not been invoiced. This is the area where we see all the invoices for this reservation and all the payments for this reservation. Nothing yet here. Now, the same thing for Mr. Hawking, but it's a little more complicated because it has more rooms. Now we get a call, let's go to the room plan, from Mr. Euler, and he does not like the room. He would like to change a room. You see that we cannot drag and drop a room to a new resource area over here because we have a red image over here. We can go over here where we have not seen it, but we can change the way the room plan works. We can select the different room types, building areas, etc. And I'm going to allow drag and drop. Now it's green over here. I'm going back over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change Mr. Euler from room 102 to room 103. The system won't let me move period of times. Even if I do it, let's see how it reacts. Move the room, yes. What it did is it actually split the room reservation, and from today And until the remaining of his reservation, he has moved Mr. Euler to a new room. So, let's go on, everybody's happy, and we are going to do another close hotel day for the same hotel, Programmer's Hotel. We are going to do a check hotel closing, everything is okay. We are going to close the hotel date now, and nothing has really changed here. Just do a refresh. Let's select the Programmer's Hotel so we can do a refresh of the hotel date. But what do we see here? We see only the last day of his reservation. Why? Because the room plan defaults to the hotel day. We can, if we want, go back to other periods. Let's say here. These are the previous entries. But there is something wrong with this picture. We do not see everything. We cannot see everything in one room plan. So what can we do? Let's close it once. Let's open it again. As we said, this is the first day, and hit this button. This button shows one day or one previous day. Let's hit it again and again. Now the room plan has defaulted to different days, December 1, so we can have a clear view of what is really happening in our room plan. This is our magic view button. Now, our hotel, we are on the 3 December 2017, and let's see if somebody is going to departure. Let's go to departures, and we see that the system says that Mr. Euler is going to departure today. We can go from the action menu here and check out the reservation, or we could do the same thing from the room plan, double click, and depending on the status of the reservation, we see different actions over here. Because Mr. Euler is going to leave today, the system thinks that it would be best to do a checkout. I'm not going to do it from here, but I'm going to try to do it from here. Let's go and do a checkout reservation. And what does our system say? It says that there are items in his folio that have not been invoiced. Let's go and see the reservation again. Let's go and select the date that for his reservation. This is Mr. Euler, who is leaving today. Or we can go to the folio, it's easier. These are the open folios. And we will see that all these have not been invoiced. The system does not care if Mr. Euler is going, if Mr. Euler is going to pay his invoice. It could just go to a sales ledger, and he or somebody else may pay us at a later date. What the system wants is all these debits in the folios to be invoiced, and they are not invoiced. So before doing a checkout, we must create an invoice for Mr. Euler. And not only that, we can split the invoice to 2 or 3 or as many parties as we want. Now, before Mr. Euler leaves, we have something else that we forgot. We go, let's see this here. we are here in our debit area, and we are going to add a new debit because a friend of Mr. Euler had breakfast with him. A refer number for, say, 12 euros. This includes taxes. This is the, if when we are adding our debit, we can select to add the debit to our main folio, or we can add it to a folio for a specific room. Then we would have to select the room of the reservation. So let's add it now. And now there is another debit on the 1st of December. It has not come from the hotel, and it also has not been invoiced. Now, for Mr. Euler to check out, we must create an invoice. How is this done? We select the reservation, create invoice, and we select the business object. In this implementation we have only a hotel invoice. But who are we going to issue the invoice against? We don't want it to be Mr. Euler, because his stay will be paid from the University of Vienna, because he is an honorary client and the university is going to pay everything for him. Here are the products and the services that came. Just see that we have prices with decimals. We didn't have anything like this in our hotel price rule. This is because the system has calculated the unit prices before taxes, and we are going to post it. Now we see in the debits area of Mr. Euler that all his items have been invoiced. If we go to the Invoices tab, we see the invoice has been issued to the University of Vienna. It's here, and if we want to, we can print it from here. Now, of course, because the system is a total solution system, this invoice here has been actually posted inside the ERP. Let's see. The sales area, the invoices, and it's over here. We can send it. This is the AR ledger. We can post it to the general ledger, etc. Everything is interconnected inside the system. Now, there is no problem now. We can go, let's go to the room plan, double click Mr. Euler and check him out and see that Mr. Euler has been checked out. Let's just take another look at the room plan and see something that a lot of users are asking us. Hotel room plan, but we don't see a lot of info for Mr. Euler. We can hit the magic button and we can see all the info once again. Now let's go on and do another close date. Everything is okay. We have only 2 rooms occupied. We are closing the hotel date, and let's go to the room plan. We are on the 4th, but we don't see any information who left yesterday, etc. Again, we can use the magic button and we can show more information even if a customer has checked out on previous dates. Now, let's see what we left out in this video. Let's say somebody's calling us and he's asking for some rooms, but let's go to the search for rooms. But he's asking for let's say from the 15th to the 17th of our programmer's hotel. He's asking for 2 rooms of single bed, but he will take these rooms, he will do this reservation only if he can have at our other hotel, our suite hotel, from the 18th to the 30th, two double suites. Let's add this room. And let's see what we are actually asking the system. We are asking the system for 2 single beds from this date to 2 date on this hotel, and 2 suites from this date to this date. Let's go and calculate everything. Let's see the overbooking. First of all, overbooking means that we have the available room types in the arrival and departure date. There is no problem. So we can actually do this reservation. And the day plan is also calculated over here. Now, let's say that we are asking for 23 rooms here. Let's calculate everything again. And what it says, we have no problem with the program hotel, but we have overbooking over here. And it depends on the way we parameterize the system if we are allowed to do overbooking or not. So, our hotel works with multiple hotels. It can search for rooms at once for multiple hotels. It has, of course, multi-currency, multi-language, and a great price list model for a developer to work on. So, let's see a few things that we left during our reservation. First of all, when we do a reservation, we can have information about advance payments. This is something that is used by small hoteliers, meaning that the payment here does not actually go into the sales ledger. It's just a temporary thing that we use at the end of when somebody checks out. So it's not actually for big hotels. The Folio Postings. This means that this reservation is going to always post all debits on our main folio. But if he has many rooms in a reservation, we could select to post everything during the close hotel day, on a room level. And we have out of order lists. We have lost and found functionality. We have a hotel audit. And many, many more things coming in version 2. Now, something that a lot of developers ask us a lot of time is this a complete model? How much work must I do so I can brand or create my own product? Well, this is not a really easy question to answer. It depends on the way a developer works. But you must understand that the real beauty of the system is the alpha360 models. You can start with the alpha360 models. You can start with our user interface code. You can start with our business processes, and in a very short time, and if you understand a specific industry like the hotel industry, you can create a complete application like PCsoft would say 10 times quicker. Now, what we don't have in version 1? Version 1 does not have reports, although they are very, very easy for a developer to create, and they do not include dashboards. Version 2 will include all these features and will be available in the second quarter of 2018. And of course, all licensees of the commercial version will receive free updates forever and of course free support. One thing to note is that the standard series do not include the restaurants and bar and the food delivery hospitality module. These are modules for the Pro series, not the standard series. For more information and for anybody who would like to get a special introductory price of 149 euros, just visit our site. Thank you everybody for watching.